Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your channel host, GBHL James
and GBHL Jamie.
Together again! We did lots of apologising.
Yeah,
we lost our separate Q&As because
mine did for the first day, and then
so we're here together and we're going to apologise. I know somebody was saying, you don't have to apologise. You're doing all this in your own free time, but
that's what this series is about.
Exactly, we want the regularity. So the fact that we couldn't get it out on a Sunday, I think it's the first time that's ever happened.
No, it's not. It's happened once before.
Has it?
Yeah.
What happened? What did you do? My brother's been incredibly busy. Jamie's obviously
just hit summertime.
Not a good time for Legoland.
But it's a great time for the business. It's a bad time for me.
It's a great time if you run the business and don't work in the business. And obviously you all know what's going on with me. So we're going to go through. Now you had some problems with your. You did like podcast, didn't you? What happened? I was listening to it and I was like, what?
Right. So when I recorded it, it was 28 minutes long, and I was like, okay, cool. So they'll be short for a Q&A, but quite long for me to do.
Didn't I mean it? I actually say at the start of my one, and I'm like, I better stop waffling because people are just going to make comments about how much longer my one is than your one.
Yeah.
Because of things like this. It's happening now.
So mine was 28 minutes, and I put it into the video editing file, and it dropped down to 21 minutes. And I was like, that's really weird, but let's listen to it, make sure everything's there. Everything was still there. So it's like, I have no idea what's happened. Maybe it's been compressed or something. I have no idea how that could happen. I don't know. And then when I processed it and uploaded it to YouTube, it lost another 8 minutes. So it was about sort of half the length it was originally. And then halfway through it just stopped. It was still 21 minutes, but then the cut-off point was really odd for the video. I was just mid-sentence.
It's unexplained.
Yes.
It's unexplained.
I decided to pull it back because it wasn't a complete piece of work and I don't really want it representing the channel. So I got rid of it.
And I filmed a Q&A early on a Monday morning because I had a couple of hours, and I thought, I enjoy doing the Q&A. I enjoy interacting with our subscribers, although I do have to make an apology because I don't know if you can tell by my face and eyes, I'm absolutely shattered at the moment. So there have been a few times where I have snapped. I think it's where I've kind of bitten back at a banter that I would normally sort of deal with alright. So a big apology before we even get started. And I think we should get started with our first comment of this week. So who have we got first, Jamie?
We've got 1-300 Warrior, so I guess it's a Spartan. First, this is my first question ever. There is an escalation tournament coming up, and I was thinking of taking Thorin's company. Theory is around the different members coming together. Do you think this will work? It wouldn't be super competitive, but it would be more based around theming. And then Quinn says, hello and welcome to the channel.
That's very nice of you, Quinn. Welcoming people.
If we've not got much information there to give. How many points does it go up to? What do you start at? And we'll give you some idea of who you should take.
And also, there's what's it called when the two things contradict? Do we think that it would work? It wouldn't be super competitive, but it would be more based around theming. From a theme point of view, of course it works.
Yeah.
Of course it works. In terms of whether it would be competitive, of course that depends on many things: the scenarios, the points that you're playing at, who you're up against, what your local meta is, and stuff like that. So,
great starting three: Dori, Ori, and Nori. You got some good fighters and a nice little range guys in there as well.
Yeah, and they're reasonably cheap, aren't they?
Yeah, 55, 50 and 40, I think.
Yeah, they can do a fair bit. You've taken Foreign Company a few times, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay, so the next question, we've got Jeremy Smith. Hey, Jeremy. He's put his Sam the Eagle, I think we should just call him on the side. I love the fact he changed his profile picture to that. That was so funny. He put, watched both of Speak Friends and Questions. Yours, James's answer to my question, was much more correct. I think Jeremy is a James on it.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He's well on my team. There are plenty who aren't. There are lots of people who aren't. But Jeremy, I know that you've got my back in a gunfight. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Was that the one about jumping
over barriers combat?
Yeah, and that your control zone extends past.
It's just past it like that, so you can't really go into it without jumping over. Which is exactly what I said. Did you explain it for
I just must have said
20 minutes?
That's probably what it was. I probably took longer to.
He's got more.
You're more correct. By that he means not quality but quantity. So you've got, what about jumping a gap and landing into base contact occurs in the escape from Goblin Town scenario? Rescue the baggage.
I assume it'd be the exact same thing, but if you've landed in someone's control zone, you'd have to charge them, if possible.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think he means that, can you jump over a gap into base contact? Yeah, but because that's not like defending a barrier. Like my point with the barrier one was that you can't avoid his control zone at the barrier to jump over and then move into combat, unless of course you roll a 6 and you're far enough away. You can't go, right, I'll go to this bit here, jump over, I roll a 4, and I'm now in combat with him. You've got to attack the barrier. So I think that's his point. But yeah, I think it's different. You're not defending the barrier, so I don't think there's any problems there. You put great news that you sold out of Desolation of Stockport 2.0. We sold loads.
Yeah.
But do you know what? They're going down. Again, we're clashing with X-Wings. So it's very, very important if you want to come.
Well, it's not X-Wing this time, it's Warhammer Fantasy.
Then it's even more important because
Warhammer Fantasy on Saturday.
Warhammer Fantasy is huge in England and Manchester.
Yeah.
It's huge, so really, really, really important that if you are thinking of coming, that you buy those tickets. And it's also important to stretch goals. What are the stretch goals this time?
Oh, stretch goals, you put me on the spot here. I think it's if 20 tickets get sold after. No, wait, maybe 10. See, this way you should put me on the spot. You should prep me for these.
What you need to do, guys, is you need to go onto the Great British Hobbit League Facebook group, and you need to go onto the events and check out the Desolation of Stockport rules pack, and it's all in there. That's what you should say.
I'm pretty sure it's like if 15 gets sold, you get a box of Warriors. If 20 gets sold, you get.
There's a deadline as well, isn't there?
Yeah, it's 1 month before the event. It's end of September.
Get it sorted because it's getting close.
Is it September? No, it's September. I think it's the 1st of September is the deadline for it.
Yeah, so you've got a month to get that sorted, guys. Okay. It'd be great to have you over, Jeremy Smith, sometime. Make the journey from the States and come over for a game. It'd be brilliant. Other people do it, so I expect it of you. He's put, let the doubters of your all-mounted Rohan army create a counterforce of their own. Not cheesy at all. It is a wise use of points balance with good tactics. Duh. He's put, question of the week. I'll deal with that bit first of all. That was me misrepresenting our arguments due to tiredness and oversensitivity at the moment. I'm blaming it on these things under here. I was reading what they were saying and I was taking it as an attack against me, which of course, it actually wasn't. What they were trying to do was compliment what I was doing. And I was seeing it as they were saying that, it's not you, it's your force and your tactics, And what they were trying to say is, no, it's you and what you've done with it. So actually it was a compliment. So I apologise for misrepresenting those guys. And I think that's the problem with doing these things on a YouTube. So I don't have to write a reply. So he's put, question of the week, have either of you seen the 1984 movie Threads? And how do you think you would fare? That's all for now. Keep up the good work. First Agent Smith signing off.
I have no idea.
I've not seen it. Rob Jacobs then writes a dissertation about the movie Threads, which I actually think I did read. I've not seen it. It looks like it's some kind of like post-apocalyptic kind of class system. Would you survive? Do you depend on the class system and stuff like that? And do you resort back to human nature? Yeah, I mean, when things happen, I'm going to survive. I'm prepped for the zombie apocalypse. I've got my team sorted and everything. I know who's in my team.
Oh, I did the zombie run recently. I realised then that I'm purely out for myself.
Yeah.
For the zombie run, there's a team of 6 of us, and one of us had to be designated as the water carrier. So, you're carrying the water for the team, basically. And everyone decided to pick me. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll be the water carrier.
I hope you did one on them. These guys can do one.
And we'd go into the different rooms, and you'd have to the left was the objective that you had to find out the coordinates, the next safe zone, and to the right was the exit. And zombies would appear as you go through the rooms. We entered the room, and they're like, right, there's a zombie. Team, I trust you to get the objective. I'm out. They're like, Jamie, no. And I'm also a lot faster runner than all my friends, so I'm good. That's good.
That's good to know. I've thought about it because it's very, very important that you think about these things when you are a teenager.
All important in work.
It's very important that you sit there and you come up with a strategy, a plan. Because what if the unexpected happens?
Just what if?
I'm the kind of person that sits on the train and makes sure I know where my exits are. Do you know what I mean? And if I go into a restaurant, I make sure my back is to the wall.
Judge the person who sat next to the emergency break glass window. Like, you're not breaking that. I'm breaking that.
I'm going to have to kill you to break that glass. Yeah. No, I think I'll be good enough. I think I've said it before in a Speak Friendly question. I'd quite happily eat somebody if they died on a desert island. I mean, of course you would. I'd eat you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I would. Of course you would. It'd be stupid not to. And I would hope that if I died first, which of course I wouldn't, they could eat me. Okay, so if you want to read Rob Jacobs' explanation about it, then obviously read below, because it's quite interesting. Okay, so next up, Jeremy Smith has then quoted me because I said, shoot the absolute elf out of them. Love it.
Is that me?
I was talking about, I think he asked a question about what tactics do you use with your Mirkwood on? And I said that you do one of two things. Was it for a hold ground or I can't remember? But I said you do.
Oh, was that the one with with hold ground and high ground or something?
I think so.
You've got to hold an objective.
I think so. And I said that what you will do is that if you've got greater numbers, you will dominate the objective from the start and let them try and wrestle you off. If not, you stay back and you shoot the absolute elf out of them. And
I think I'll do that anyway. I think what I said was I'd sit off the objective, let them come towards me whilst I shoot them, and then before they've broken and I can safely outnumber them, then swarm onto the objective, go behind, and then get weighting numbers at the end. Yeah,
which is what David Reed did at the Mansfield against me with his Wood Elves. So next up we've got Quinn Duggan. He's put, oh my god, new Hobbit trailer, Ram Riders, bad bum Thranduil.
Yeah, not badass is fine. You can say it's badass.
I don't know what the rules are. I've just realised I'm reading all of them out. I'm really sorry.
Fine,
I was reading the short ones out. That's what I was doing, so that you could read the long ones. Yes, and there is, and on this very channel, what have these guys got the pleasure of?
You've got GBHL Damien and his massive.
Oh, I think we need to make a bigger thing of this.
That's rubbish. GBHL Damien.
That was awesome.
Knock your terrain over.
You are the best terrain destroyer there is. I spent some of my bat rep against Kieran last night gluing bits of terrain back together because you'd broken them. Yeah, we would like to say that. I think it's only right with the contribution that Damien's made, particularly recently, that we should be able to call Damien GBHL Damien. GBHL Damien. Let's give him a round of applause, guys. He's earned that. He's earned that. He's worked hard, and he won't be getting paid, but but he's our friend. So,
but he's done a big breakdown of the Hobbit teaser trailer that we got. So you should have to go check that out. Should we put it in the
description? It's a really good video. But I've not watched all that you have. I can tell it's going to be a good video because I watched the first 3 minutes while I was waiting for you.
Yeah.
And
it's just good. It's very in depth. He's got some very good ideas. He's probably going to be on the head. Hit the nail on the head with some of them as well.
I'm really glad it's part of our channel because I think it's the kind of video that will get subscribers, which is really important.
Changed all the tags to be Battle of Five Armies, like get rid of anything miniatures related and just relate on the film.
Yeah, the film is it's a good call. It's a very, very good call. So next up, you've got Carl Nelson.
Carl Nelson. Hi guys, I've been watching your videos for a while now and I've just subscribed. There has been talk about Mithril, Silmaril and Rings of Power members. If you do a reward system for members in the future, maybe those rewarded could be Arkenstone members or receive the Star of Dunedain reward. That's a good idea for it. Just a thought. My question is about heroes with spears as support. It is my understanding that a hero with a spear as support only adds one additional dice to the combat regardless of his attacks. Is this so? It came up in a friendly game in the past. Thanks and cheers from the US.
Well, welcome from the US.
And yes, you only get one dice regardless of your attacks and profiles. And interestingly as well, you can't heroic strike and add your fight value to it. It says in the heroic strike rules you have to be in base contact.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. That makes sense. That makes absolute sense.
So your shamans can't heroic strike and spear support? Well, they can, but they just...
People have done that to me before. Probably. That's a little known fact. It used to be that it literally just contribute an attack
to the profile in front.
To the profile in front, but now at least you can contribute your own profile from behind. In terms of reward systems, well, if you watched my version of the Q&A that I did early on the Monday morning, I did spend a lot of it because lots of people were talking about, we really want to be able to contribute, put me down for subscription, put me down for this, we'd love to be able to do that. And I said, well, actually, we've got our PayPal set up. We've got to link it to a bank account, but it is set up. So you can actually do that already. If you are enjoying this channel, you can set up a payment, and we'll get our acting gear, and we'll have to start coming up with additional content and newsletters and competitions for those people to reward them.
Maybe that's what we can get GBHL Damien to do.
Put him to work. Where there's a whip, there's a way. If you don't get that reference, you need to type that into YouTube and have yourself duct taped to a chair and just have it on loop. And you will go mad.
I'm pretty sure there's a 10-hour version of it on YouTube.
Oh my god, as Quinn would say. So yeah, we will get our housing here, but you just have to go onto PayPal, and if you send your money to wargaming@gmail.com, it will make its way to us. So if you've been enjoying this channel and you want to make a contribution, that is fantastic. We need to do a thank you because somebody has already done this, and put the rest of the whole community to shame. From Canada, I don't know.
It's the land of bacon and maple syrup.
If you were going to put money on it, you would probably have gone for Canada.
Yeah. No, I've got to put UK. No, because some people that probably know us, no, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, people that know us, I'm not sending money. Why do they even want to make this a business? Why are they not just doing this for free? You know, these back reps are awful. Hang on a minute, I shouldn't be having an opinion on this channel. I need to stop. I need to stop. So you can do that already. And big thank you to our Canadian subscriber who sent across that. And I think I've got to accept it because it's in a different currency. Mm-hmm. So if that bounces back to you, send it again, please. Okay, next up we've got Morgan Cannon. He's put, "Hey guys, another fantastic video as always. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Because it must have been quite worrying when the video comes up and I'm there in my gym jams. What they couldn't see, your Batman gym jams.
Yeah, you mentioned it though.
Did I?
Yeah.
Because I'm Batman. I'm been saying that, yeah. Anyway. So he's put, as always, question this week, well, 3, haha. What do you think Games Workshop will do, release-wise, with the Battle of 5 Armies, like a start set or something?
I hope they do a start set for it.
It's the first movie, really, where you've actually got a chance to bring out armies.
Yeah.
Because the other two don't really lend themselves to...
There's sort of like Fellowship of the Ring.
Yes.
Where you're following the heroes, but there's nothing really going on. Whereas at least with Two Towers in Return, there's battles. So, fingers crossed we will get a new starter set. But, honestly, with the way it's sold for Escape from Goblin Town, will they bother?
I hope they do. Surely there's got to be some money to be made there. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you put something in there with these new elves, you know...
Some good and bad orcs and some dwarves or elves. This is going to sell.
It's going to sell really, really well. You know, just a couple of heroes. It'll do really well. He's put... secondly, can you guys please do a Battle Companies tutorial? Yep.
We could do, yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, we definitely will actually. And lastly, do you guys think black would be a good colour for Armorians, with Rangers having black and grey cloaks and the Warriors having black clothes, or red on the Warriors and green on the Rangers with some red clothing but not a tan? Cheers. Well, you can do what you want, paint scheme. Black is actually a very good colour for armour. Black is actually armour's colour.
I'm pretty sure I've seen some Rangers painted black on the Games Workshop website a while ago. Back when they used to have good tutorials and things. And it was like... lots of schemes for different Rangers from around Middle Earth, and I think there were some black ones. So maybe if you type it into Google, they might pop up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Black Rangers.
Yeah, don't put that.
We'll end up with Power Ranger, you know, the one with the
Black Ranger,
the mammoth.
Yeah,
that's right.
Was it the mammoth?
Yeah, that's right.
Good old racist Power Rangers.
And
sexist.
Yeah, pink and yellow
for the girls,
and black
for the black guy, yellow for the Chinese girl, white the most powerful one for the white guy. It's like, make it more blatant.
Yeah. So yeah, in terms of paint scheme, I think black's a good way to go. I tend to go, I've gone with greens and greys for the Rangers, but if I do armour, which I do want to do, I've got some Ministry of Warriors down in that I want to convert for armour, so we've got armour. I will be going for a black paint scheme. So I hope that helps, Morgan. Next up,
we've got Ginger360. Hey lads, I was a little concerned to where the Q&A was going when I saw James alone in his bed. My question is, could you explain the shielding, piercing strike and fainting moves? As I see and hear you boys use them a lot, but I don't know which models and which situation these can be best used. Thanks, as always, Richard.
Well, before we give you an answer, we do have videos to go through this.
Yeah, they'll be lost in YouTube by now, probably.
No, they're in playlists. We've got playlists.
We've got playlists?
We've got playlists.
I've made playlists at some point, yes.
I like the way that it was clear that you made the playlist.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I think it's is it Tactical Tidbits?
Tactical Tidbits, yeah.
If you search on YouTube GBHL Tactical Tidbits, it'll hopefully pop up with the.
And it goes through the piercings.
There's fainting and piercing strike and shielding. Well, shielding's just you double the number of your attacks and you push your opponent away, but you can't make any strikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I hope that helps a little bit there, Ginger.
And you obviously use it when you want to survive.
Okay, next up we've got Matt Rondo. He's put, hey guys, belated congratulations for becoming the biggest SBG / Hobbit channel on YouTube. This is definitely an moment.
At least that we're aware of. There could be a bigger one that we've just not found. No, it's not. Definitely not.
No way. We are.
Yeah.
We are. Well done.
Me too.
Thank you. It's been good fun. We completely lost your question there. Just so chuffed that this has happened. And we're a long way ahead now.
Yeah, like we crawled to 1500 and now we've exploded up to 1583.
Take that, Rob. No, I'm not joking. We really like Rob. I really like Rob. He's a really, really nice guy. What's his name on the forums?
Yeah.
You don't really do. Well, I've not been on One Ring for ages. Massive apologies to anybody who's friends with me on the One Ring, not been around, or has sent me messages on there. Not a good way to contact me at the moment. But at the moment, I'm working on pushing the restart button on my collection, as most of the models I own are terribly painted from my childhood and in bad condition. You've had that experience.
Yeah.
Ordered some Galadriel with Haldir as a start for my new Lothlorien force.
More elves, good man.
And we'll be rebuilding my Moria army with De Bertz at the head, thanks to his 12-inch standfast and high might for cheap points cost.
Yep.
I think players who go for as their good army Wood Elves and go for Moria as their evil army are clearly power gamers. I'm just trying to think of all the people that are. They're all really like you. That's what I mean.
Me? Who else?
I'm abandoning my argument. Okay, so what's he put? He's put, my question for you guys is for my other army that I've created a theme for, but I bought no models for. It's a Mordor army that pillages town to town and attracts more orcs and beasts to it, with the promise of spoils, blood, and other fluffy, happy things. Generally, I plan to use orc warriors as my cheap core troops, Morannon orcs as my warlords warband unit, wild riders for some harassment and cheap cavalry, Mordor trolls for some muscle, and for the flavour, orc trackers for cheap and accurate shooting while representing the scouts of the army. I'm torn on who I want to represent the Warlord, however. Shagrat, the War Master of Kirithungul, is an old favourite of mine. Yeah, he's cool.
He's good.
He's good, I like him. But Gothmog is also a powerful hero, especially with his ability to be mounted and counter heroic actions for free. Yeah, Gothmog is good as well. But Shagrat's 3's across the board, isn't he?
Yes, yeah. War leader.
Yeah, War leader is. But Gothmog isn't.
He is.
He's got 3 fate. Didn't he get swished?
53.
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't realise. I thought it was 3-3-1.
No.
Okay. Well, both good then.
Yeah, I think they're both very similar points as well. I think for the theme you're going for, I think Shagrat makes it better.
Yes.
Well, then he's an Orokai, isn't he? So maybe Gothmog will be better.
Great answers on the GBHL YouTube channel. You
Never ask else a question until you have yes and no.
Make a good politician. What are your opinions on the two? Whereas I'd be a useless politician, I'm realising. Just come out. Do one, everybody. What do you mean my policies aren't working? My manifesto was solid. What are your opinions on the two heroes and would better fit for the army? I apologise for the length of the comment. Don't apologise at all. Great to have you here, buddy. So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Good man. Yeah. Hitchhiker's going to the galaxy. That's what the dolphins say when they leave the planet. Because dolphins are more intelligent than we are.
Okay.
You just sort yourself out.
Next up, we've got the one and only.
The Prancing Pony.
See how that rhymes? See what I did there?
One and only Prancing Pony. He says, are 16-year-olds allowed at your tournament by themselves without a parent still trying to get stopped on 2.0? 16. I'm not. I'm going to say no because I don't want to get it wrong and Darren shout at us. Because it's Darren's own hall, isn't it?
Type in Northwest Gaming Centre on Facebook and get yourself onto the group and post that question there, because he'll let you know. Because we wouldn't want to get it wrong and say that you can come, but I'm sure that
I think 16 would be fine because 16 is classed as an adult, and 16 is fine.
Join the army at 16.
16 is fine for Games Workshop, but with it being a private property and
it'd be their alcohol sale.
Yeah, and Darren just needs to make sure everyone's alright.
Yeah, so just make sure that you check, because we would love to see you there, buddy. Because if that is you that you are referring to.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Kurt Leach. He's put, would you prefer to have a Corsair bosun to lead Reavers or a Corsair captain? Captain's good. Depends what other heroes you've got in your force.
The captain. I take a captain all day over a bosun. Heroes with might and far better.
Yeah. Yeah, I know why he's got that there, because
bosun's the banner and they
yeah,
can
roll 3. Yeah, but
no. Just might and an extra 2 attacks.
Yeah, and he's quite a good captain for his points as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
Corsair captain. Next up, we've got Ed Ball.
And James.
Oh, you can read this one.
Criticism is a sign of success. I've been told by the SBG Games Workshop games designers that they can't do it, not shouldn't, but can't. What's that in reference to? What's that in reference to?
Oh, I think he's talking to about his own army, the Fell Beasts.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, yeah.
And how things have come up, and they've said that he can't do that. Not that they shouldn't, but they actually can.
Yeah.
That's the way the rules work.
People have had and continue to have massive issues with their Fell Beasts to the extent that some have previously tried to write event packs to explicitly prevent that force. Well, yeah, that's
previously.
Is your all-mounted Rohan cheese? Likely not, as it's not like it's got 50% Watchers of Karna in it. What it most definitely is, however, is a filthy tricked out elite power gamers force. But then so are the Fell Beasts, the Fells, and yes, even the Woes Elves. It's true.
And do you know what? When this was being said in discussion, and I do apologise because I did misrepresent it because I'm very sensitive at the moment. So I nearly died in the car, didn't I?
Yeah. Choked on some popcorn.
Are you alright? Having a joffrey moment.
Do you want me to hit you back?
Yes, it's all coming out. But yeah, I completely sort of missed the point of what you were saying, and actually what you were giving was a compliment, so thank you very much. Thank you.
Does that mean that Rohan is still rubbish? Yes. Has your build changed the meta? No, Rohan is still terrible.
When we say that, we are joking.
Yeah. Well, when you say that.
I say because I know that it winds you up.
But what your build has in common with those noted above is that its user knows significantly more than the average or how to get the best out of its filth. Others would agree, and I'll put my neck on the block, you are the best player in the league not to have won a tournament, and in such a short space of time too.
That's a well nice thing to say.
So my question...
You could have been really horrible to me after my response.
Jamie, what does a player need to do to win a tournament? For me, I'd say tailor to the scenarios, hope you get a good run of opponents, miss the big ones early on, and really plan for the last 2 scenarios. And have a good force and know exactly what you're doing, and don't make silly mistakes. James, when do you think you'll win one? Because you will eventually. This season, next season, or later?
That's really... First up, thank you very much, Ed. That's really, really, really nice of you to say those things. Especially because there are lots of really great players out there.
Tom's not won a tournament this year, has he?
Not this year, no.
Yeah, so I'd say Tom's better than you.
I would agree. Owen's not one. Owen's a player as well. But there are lots of really good players out there. Very, very, very nice of you to say such a thing. Do I think I'll win one? I hope so. And do I think I'll win one this season, next season, or afterwards? I'm going to really try and win one this year. I am going to do my absolute best. I'm thinking about to do it, and I'm going to do it with...
Get that flight! Oh my god!
I nearly missed a Miyagi did, but not quite. I'm going to do my very, very best. I'll give it a go. But there are certain
There's
things.
just things like if you get a nice run of opponents and matchups.
Actually, my best chance was actually my first East Winter tournament.
Yeah.
That's when I should have really sort of
We should have gone for it.
But I am a new player, so now I'm a bit more wise.
Yeah. See you in battle, and as always, real men fight in Fell Beasts.
Thank you very much.
No men fight in Fell Beasts, only Wraiths.
Okay, next up we've got Peter Samson. He's put, "Hi, love this channel. It is a rescuing evenings after kids and wife have gone to bed to listen to your sweet voices. Stop apologising for everything. Also, you are doing free content in your own time. Who cares if content comes late or something is wrong in the back rep?" That's very kind of you. If I've given that impression that I'm like, screw you all, you know. I can't work under these conditions. then I do apologise. That's just me being tired. He's put, my question is, why do people say that Khazad are underpriced? If you take a normal dwarf warrior, 8 points, add +1 defence, +1 strength, and a two-handed axe, that is 1 + 1 + 1, you get 11 points. The bodyguard rule is, after all, for free for all of the models that have them. +1 strength should be just 1 point, since that is what all of the other models pay for it, except the Iron Hills upgrade, which is ridiculous. Thanks for the channel. Hope to get to a tournament next year, being realistic. Brilliant stuff, Peter. Well, we hope to see you at Stockport next year. Stockport 3.0, maybe.
I think Khazad are underpriced. Yeah. I think the Dwarf Warrior might be a bit overpriced. The basic. The special rules, as a general rule, are 1 point. So if people are getting bodyguard for free, they're technically underpriced.
Okay.
I think 12 points is a fair cost for Khazad. I think 11 points is just a bit on the cheap side.
Yeah. What can we compare them to?
So you could compare them to a Feral Urukai.
Feral Urukai are underpriced.
Horrendously, yeah. What else is 11 points? God of the Mountain Court are 11 points, and swap a strength for a spear. And a courage.
Yeah.
And you'd much rather have strength than a spear and an extra and 1 less point courage.
Yeah. Very interesting.
What else is 11 points?
I think it's because people say that they're underpriced, especially now because they compare the Grimhammer release to them, and Grimhammer's being the same points, and lots of people being in the thinking that.
Well, the Grimhammers are fairly priced, I think, when you work it out. And when you compare a Grimhammer to a Khazad becomes then, by comparison, horrendously underpriced. Because you get so much more for your points.
Of course, it's all relative, isn't it? And I think that's why you'll be hearing a lot of that kind of argument, just because of the Grimhammer release and people wanting those cool-looking models to have a similar-ish profile to the Khazad.
Yeah.
But of course, you want to be coming up with creative, different profiles.
Bit of variety.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to these Iron Hills because
the Ram Riders.
Yeah,
the Grim Rammers.
Well,
someone on the Facebook group said they should be called Grim Rammers.
The Grim Rammers, that's brilliant. The pun war that was engaged in was absolutely fantastic.
Next up, we finished off the question.
No, we finished it. Next up, we've got David Whittaker.
Hi, thanks for reading my crazy long questions. This one should be shorter. The question popped to my mind after hearing the last question you read out last week. If a model is armed with a two-handed weapon, but opts not to fight two-handed in combat, do they use a different weapon? E.g., Axemen of Lossonark have their two-handed poleaxe and a dagger on their belt. Am I right to assume that when fighting single-handed, I cannot piercing strike as I fight with a dagger instead? Does this also mean I can choose to piercing strike when fighting two-handed or fight when fighting one-handed? Hope this makes sense. Keep up the good work.
You can
only do one special strike throughout the entire game.
Yeah, so you effectively choose.
Yeah.
You can either choose at the start and declare it, or the first time you use it, everything uses that.
Yeah. And
but you can't. I see what you're saying. You're saying that can you only piercing strike when you're doing the two-handed?
Probably not. You can always just wield it one-handed. It wouldn't be as effective, but you actually get a bigger bonus.
Yeah.
It's one of those iffy things where the game doesn't reflect reality that well.
Next up, we've got Dark Templar. He's put, just a quick question. Do you guys think that Balrog is overpriced? I've used him in a few battles, but he can be killed so easy with Heroic Strike and being trapped. Do you guys think he is due for an upgrade, i.e. magic, might, and flying?
Yeah, he was brought out for scenario play, and given points values, that has changed with every rules release. With the latest one, having Heroic Strike, Piercing Strike, and just things that can take down big monsters easily, he needs an update to make him the monster that he is.
Yeah, he doesn't have any might.
Not any might or any fate.
He doesn't have any magic.
No.
Which is crazy, because he's the equivalent of Gandalf and Saruman for evil. Well, that's what Balrogs are. Okay, the next one's from Damien O'Byrne. Now, me and Damien have spoken, so we're not gonna read this out because we don't want it to become about that. But everything's fine, so that you know. Next up, we've got Josh Tetley. He's put, nice to know there's a fellow PT and Hobbit Lord of the Rings strategy battle gaming player, and I'm not the only one. Haha. Good luck with the new gym then. Thank you very much, Josh. If you're in the Manchester area and are looking for work, I need you. Next week, Neil with the beard is going to a wedding in Ireland for a week. That means I'm going from a situation where there are 2 of us effectively doing the job of 3 people to a situation where I am doing the job of 3 people. You don't fancy just coming and sitting in the gym? You're joking. Why? Just come in, sit in the gym. You can just paint models behind the desk. There's the internet. You can just stream movies, watch Vikings. Just take a week off. I'll pay you nothing. I'll pay you what I would normally pay them. Yeah, thank you very, very much. And yeah, get to a tournament. We can talk fizz. You know what I mean?
Cool. Next up, we got Hugh Janus. Hi guys, have WH Smith stopped stocking White Dwarf? I used to enjoy going in there and flicking through the latest edition, but I've checked many different branches around the country and I can't find a copy of White Dwarf anywhere. I think everything but Games Workshop have stopped stocking them because the Sainsbury's near me has stopped stocking it. And it is a library, but it's not a library. You shouldn't go in, flick through the pages, and then just leave. That's probably why they brought them out.
Yeah. I used to enjoy going in there and flicking through the latest edition. Interesting.
Yeah. I guess for them, if people want to buy White Dwarf, they either get a subscription, which is a great thing for a business, or they go into the store and then you've got the potential to upsell to them.
Yeah.
So it really makes sense for them to bring it back to the stores.
Yeah, I'd agree. Next up, we've got Baradazakan. Baradazakan. He's put, hey guys, an idea for doing the voluntary subscription might be to take a look at Summerball.com. It is a service through which people can pay money to YouTube content creators, a little bit like the one that you looked at.
Yeah, I've looked at Summerball as well. You need a much bigger fan base to begin with, to start off with. So, unfortunately, most of these things require you to have sort of like, I think one of them was, the YouTube ran one is you need 100,000 subscribers to be able to start set up the paid version through YouTube, which is
not quite there.
No, but we're just like
population of a town.
Yeah. There's one that I think was about 50,000, which is still a big milestone to reach. I think Summerball might be about 10,000, which in maybe like 2 years we could hit that number. But we're not going to be able to use another service to get that done soon enough, basically.
No, so, like I say, we think that actually we're going to get him when he comes in next. Without breaking terrain, of course. So in the meantime, you can just go onto your PayPals and go onto and send a donation to. Sounds like making an appeal, but if you want to contribute towards the channel, just send some money to ilovewargaming@gmail.com, and we believe that you can actually set up
You can set up subscriptions or pay monthly stuff.
So you can do that. So if you want to contribute, and even if it's just a couple of quid per month, we will remember you guys and we will sort something out for you. Absolutely, because you will be helping us massively. So next up, we've got Jordan Giacinti. Hey
lads, my question last week was answered by Jamie, but missed by James. Looks like it was deleted for some odd reason. It was just about what James / other people use for Sons of Ale foot models. My question this week is about shooting at the Howder on a monk. What is the way to roll for the... What is the in-way roll for the cloth-like material that had Jim hide behind? Like always, keep up the amazing work and mucho respect from your pal in Canada.
Good stuff. Well, in terms of Sons of Ale foot models, I use Rohan captains holding dead orc.
Yeah.
I mean, got loads of them.
You just got tons of captains on foot.
I said to Kieran last night before the game, please do not dismount any of my models. There's nothing more depressing. Still an all cavalry Rohan player than having to get out your not very well painted, not much loved infantry models when you put so much time into your cavalry. But you did it anyway.
No, leave it alone.
Come on, you're going to break my ruins.
No,
come on. Do you want me to give you some dice to play or a screwdriver? I'll give you a screwdriver. There you go. Just small. There you go. Something to fiddle with.
What's the in the way roll for the Howder? I think that'd be about 4 points. 4 plus.
This was 4 plus, wasn't it, in the past?
Yeah.
And because it's not specifically in there.
But it's like it's designed to keep them in, but it's not a defensible or fortified thing.
Yeah, it's not a building or a window or a purposely defensible.
Well, so it is purposely defensible, but it's not strong enough, I don't think, to be classed as like a stone wall. 4 plus.
definitely. I would agree with you. Thanks very much for your question, Jordan. Next up, we've got Lewis McDonald. He's put, hi there. Is the Balrog worth taking into the tournament scene? Seriously consider bringing one to the Sterling.
Oh, he's backed away. He knows.
I seriously consider bringing one to the Sterling tournament. I can't attend many as I live all the way up in the north of Scotland. Sad times. Well, it's great that you're attending Sterling. We will be there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've got to go back and win it again.
Sorry, man.
That's happening.
I'm taking it off. I've never played at 800 points.
Have you?
Not 800, no. I played. That's a good and evil one as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to win that one. Is it worth taking?
No. I've never seen it used effectively. Well, I've seen it used effectively, but it's never been good enough to win a game, basically. It's a big point sink.
Yeah. Is it 400 points?
Yeah.
And just like most big things, there are ways of dealing with them.
Especially when having no mind, you can't heroic. It's just not good enough.
No, not good enough. Next up, we've got Yam Cider.
Yam Cider. Just 2 quick questions this week. First, how should you represent it on your Dwarf Warriors when you purchase the Iron Hills Veteran upgrade? Different paint scheme, maybe. The rocks on the bases, just something that makes them stand out a little bit. Or you can convert them if you wanted to.
Get the guns out.
Yeah. Or like packs, as if they've been travelling from the Iron Hills.
Interesting, yeah, good idea.
You mean to get some green stuff packs. Secondly, what size base does the Shade use? It's the horse base. Thanks for answering my questions, and if GBHL dice become available, I would definitely be interested.
Hopefully, we've not had anything back from them. Shocking. But I did hear from the Animal Games guys that they do take a long time to sort these dice out, so hopefully soon.
Yeah. Billy Fitzmaurice up next.
And he's put, hope I'm not too late. Nope. No, we're doing this on Friday.
Yeah.
Jamie got lost yesterday. We were trying to squeeze the Q. I was working in the gym all day yesterday. We wanted to squeeze the Q&A in, and I was like, yeah, come up to the gym. You'll have to find it from Stockport Station, and gave some incredible directions. And but just at the wrong moment, two people came in to come and have a look around the gym to sign up. So of course I was trying to get those guys on board. At this time, I got about 8 missed calls from Jamie saying, "Are you okay?
Is everything all right?
Are you alive?" And of course, when I did finally get back to you, you did the right thing. You gave up. You didn't type in postcodes and phones or do these searches.
Well, because I was saving it for the. Because we record the battle companies on my phone, and I was like, I don't want to run down my phone.
Yeah, true. Fair enough. So I did that. Made it up to you with
the KFC.
KFC. Did it make it up to you?
Yeah.
Thanks. The best way to get around Jamie, buying food. Yep. So next up,
we've not even answered Billy Fitzmaurice's question.
Did we just say his name?
You just said Billy Fitzmaurice. Hope I'm not too late. We're recording this on Friday. We had some trouble yesterday. Next question is what you said.
So, he's put, just want to check you guys received my payment for a t-shirt.
I'll check and I'll message you. I'm pretty sure we have.
You are denting my Medicel now.
Do one.
He's being terrible. He's being very badly behaved. He's put, also, am I the only person who hasn't watched the Battle of Five Armies trailer on purpose because they feel like trailers give away too much and often ruin certain parts of the film? We're now drilling into my gaming map.
You gave me this.
Right.
Not keys.
Somebody that hasn't got points. Allen keys. Okay? Can't be trusted with a screwdriver.
This could just jingle away for the entire video.
Yeah, man, it'll do your head in and then you might put them down. Yeah, you probably are the only person.
Yeah.
I watched it and was very excited.
It doesn't even ruin anything in the film.
It doesn't.
It's just building up.
It's a teaser. It's done the right thing. It doesn't ruin anything at all. Nice to see Gandalf down on the horse, see some potential units that we've got to look forward to. That's the exciting thing.
Go watch it, Billy.
Yes, next up we've got Camille Demansky.
Hi guys, didn't play a game over 2 weeks, so no question again. Oh dear. Because I'm in the loop, I need to write something. This week, big thank you to the GBHL community for making my Facebook time more interesting. You guys are awesome, and I can't wait to see you all at Stockport 2.0. Have a nice day, and you'll never... Rick
He's disrespecting your terrain. Remember that next time that you offer to buy him a drink at East Grinstead, that he does not like your terrain. It's me who loves your terrain. How much of your terrain has he bought?
I'm making my own.
You are.
This inspired me to make my own.
You creep. So anyway, where are we? Camille Demansky saying thanks to... Thingy was saying that Kieran last night, Kieran mentioned that he really likes the fact that with the Facebook group, you've got that you're not like waiting for responses like you do on the forums. The forums are great, obviously, but realise that you've got that kind of instant interaction with the community through the Facebook group, and it's a very popular Facebook group.
It is, yeah. 600 people, I think.
I'm surprised we don't have more. Darren Northwest Gaming Centre. I thought you put something about
I think it's just seen an event cancelled in December.
Do we want to get in there?
Maybe. I've got a text as well.
Maybe it could be the new season finale.
Just seen an event cancelled for December. It's the only day to have free that month if you wanted it. We could do something in December.
Comment below, would you like us to do something in December? We could do something.
I'll check the dates, make sure it's not like Christmas weekend.
Yeah, good idea.
Yes.
Okay, while you're doing that, I'll read out the final question from Good Schmeal. He's put, "G'day lads, thanks for the reply, greatly appreciated." No problem at all. We appreciate you coming in on here. But my second question for you guys is, what are your 3 Holy Grail miniatures sets that you don't own? I assume that one of Jamie's will most definitely be Gandalf the Grey on Horse. Wait there 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
While you do that, just wait there. Wait there. Wait there. Keep watching, subscribers. Keep watching. Keep watching. Don't go anywhere. What is about to happen is going to be a nice moment. Stay with me, guys.
I know what it is.
No, he doesn't.
Jay mentioned it to me on Facebook.
He got a rider of Rohan.
Oh, great. Is it a red? Is it a Westfall red shoe? Oh, I'll just have yours then. The dates in December are the 6th and 7th. Oh, what day is that? 6th and 7th of December. August.
I'm going nuts. Oh, there it is. Hiding underneath the
It's the first weekend of December. Isn't that the Cheltenham one?
6th and 7th, yeah.
Yeah. Never mind.
No, unfortunately we can't do it, Darren.
Sorry, Darren.
Sorry, Darren. Season finale. If we'd have known earlier, we could have done it.
Could have cancelled it.
What's that? Jamie's most definitely will be Gandalf the Grey on Horse.
Bum, 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 bum.
Look at that thing.
Yay!
There you go.
Thank you.
I had to buy a Diet Coke to get that.
I know. See, Diet Coke's it's a tool of the world.
How nice is that? But he doesn't want to mention it on the channel.
Okay.
He doesn't really embarrassed by it, but yeah, we both got a Gandalf the Grey. Want to see mine? I chose the painted one.
Yeah.
Look, we are both in possession of these bad boys.
Oh, hello!
Hello! Welcome to the all-hero era of the GBHL YouTube channel, because look at that. It even looks like I could have painted that. So, he's put, luckily I bought him when he was still in production. Well, we got him.
Yeah.
We both got one. Come on! He's put, personally mine are the Death of Gothmog set, Metal Gandalf the Grey on Cart, and the Defenders of Rohan set. These are either really expensive or so rare that they hardly ever turn up.
Yeah.
So, miniatures that you don't have that you want.
Top 3.
Yeah, the sets, the Holy Grail miniature sets that you don't own.
Well, I just got one thanks to his name's Andrew. I can't remember his second name. We did a trade through Facebook, and I've managed to get the Paralysed Hobbits. Just to read through the rules, but recently that was something I really wanted.
Yeah.
What else is there? There's nothing really. I guess I'd like more Dumb Ending.
I want the Defenders of sorry, low battery. I want the Defenders of Rohan Aemma.
Yeah.
I do want that.
Other than that, that's it really. There's nothing I can think of that just screams I want this now. Now that I have one of these, I suppose.
No, that's what I'm thinking. I can't really think of much. Oh, Forlong.
No, he's let 4 long. He's let 2 4 longs, wouldn't he?
I would like 2 4-longs. I feel really bad because Joe Horsfall put a thing up there, he was looking for a 4-long, and I did jokingly ambush his comments and put like Biotic Fit Bagsy or something like that, because you know it's like that Biotic Green. Yeah. And then someone did contact me saying I would like to donate a 4-long to the channel.
Oh.
Because of that post.
Wow. You're a bad person.
Well, do you know what? If he contacted me and said, if he'd said, you know, I'm looking to trade and stuff like that, well, Joe Horsfall got it for, but he said he wants to donate to the channel, it's different. I'll make it up to you, Joe.
Give him another t-shirt.
Give him what?
Another t-shirt.
Has he bought one?
Well, no, because you gave him one of your Biotic.
I did, didn't I? I gave him a Biotic Fit t-shirt, yeah. No, I've not seen him in it ever. Oh no, he did, he wore it.
He wore it to the tournament.
He wore it to the tournament, yeah. That was pretty cool. No, I can't think of any sets that I really, really want off the top of my head that are no longer in.
I'm going to break this Gandalf. Let's stop playing with one of these again.
He's put, your Battle Company videos have inspired a gaming group near me to start playing and eventually start a long-running campaign with it. I remember when the first Battle Company Wars were first released, I really wanted to play it, but no one to play it with. Now, my wish is fulfilled and I'll be able to have an abundance of Battle Company games. So cheers for the inspiring videos. I plan on taking good and bad hunters Battle Companies. Good idea. I look forward to receiving my GBHL t-shirt. Couldn't not buy one and help you guys out. Thank you so much.
Good Smeagol always helps.
Good Smeagol? No, I don't even know what I'm doing. Can you do it?
No, I can't
make up for that horrendous. Not even a. It wasn't even an attempt. Good Smeagol. Good Smeagol Awesome. I love it. He's put, cheers from Australia. Thanks so much, buddy. And I'm glad that the videos are inspiring people to play, because that's why we're doing them. Don't you read that?
Okay, that's a rude message.
Whoa. Don't read that. It's a good job that wasn't a picture.
I could tell by the little purple thing and the name Vine.
The little purple thing?
I was like, that's an adult's message.
Grab and falling over my games case.
The purple symbol. Vine, but I was like, no, I'm not reading that.
Ooh, wow. Yeah. Ooh, just got very hot in here. Anyway, that has been another week's edition of Speak, Friend and Question. We've got a plan. I'm going to see what you guys think as well. We're thinking of doing like a frequently asked questions, because there are some questions which come up a lot, such as, what do you think of this
army? Isengard army.
What do you think of this Isengard list? Where we tend to say very similar-ish kind of stuff. So when these questions come up that are reasonably common, what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to write down, do a little, make a note of when we answer them, and then edit that out into being its own video. And then if they get asked again, try and refer people to those videos. So if you think that's a good idea, let us know below. As always, make sure you comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
And happy strategy battle gaming, guys.